The members of the Magical Beasts Division were true elites, all selected and trained by Gadam himself. They were hailed as a group of born leaders, descended from a bloodline of heroes that birthed legends since ancient times, but that had nothing to do with the truth. In fact, they were a set of artificial champions, crafted in a lab by a combination of magic and otherworld knowledge. In the heart of the Eastern Empire, General Gadam oversaw a project that defied all ethical boundaries. By rewriting the essence of magical beasts, he created battle chimeras to serve as partners for his elite A-rank soldiers. But their ultimate weapon was a forbidden medical skill known as the Beast. This drug-induced fusion merged man and monster into a single unstoppable entity, unlocking power that rivaled the gods. The cost, however, was horrific. A 90% failure rate. Most soldiers faced certain death, permanent transformation, or mindless insanity. Yet, under the cold, demanding gaze of Emperor Gadora, Gadam did not hesitate. To him, sacrificing the weak was a necessity. If even 10% of his men survived the fusion, he would possess a legion of super warriors, capable of crushing any foe in their path. The most successful of the successful, probably not even 1%, had been found to be perfectly compatible with the process. As a sign of admiration, they were referred to as Chimera Knights. And among those successes, I just got a call from Zamdo. It sounds like the enemy's not playing around any longer. I want you to get up and rid us of them. Gadam's countenance was grim. Gabble, taking a moment to realize Gadam wasn't talking to him, gave him a suspicious look. But he immediately recovered, tightening up his face and jumping out of the way. A moment later, a flash of silver light coursed over where he was. Dodge that one. I thought it was a perfect surprise attack, but I guess I shouldn't underestimate you. Underestimate? That's my line. How are you still standing after I gouged that giant hole in your chest? Confronting the retreating Gabble was Baraga the Azure Dragon, a foe he had written off as dead. Said hole in his chest was still gaping, with no sign of ultra speed or even regular old self-regeneration invoked on it. Any normal person would have died from it long ago, but this was a world crawling with magic born. There was no telling what you find. Gabble understood that well enough, always checking fallen foes for life signs before declaring them fully dead. But Baraga was unusual. Ha. I remain safe thanks to Sir Gadam granting me his almighty power. Now let me show you my true form. Baraga's cry was answered by a water dragon flying toward him. No, it was not a pure dragon, but instead a battle chimera modeled after one, for Baraga was one of the Chimera Knights who successfully awoke to his true potential. As long as either the soldier or their partner was a beast, nobody would die. Another hidden power Chimera Knights enjoyed. Now, thanks to invoking the medical skill the Beast, Baraga was able to recover from a fatal wound instantly. What's more, as soon as he and the water dragon made contact, their bodies merged into one. He retained his human form and appearance, but now his skin was covered in dragon scales. His entire aura was different. He had gained significant strength, no doubt. Gabble ruefully glanced at Gadam, but concluded that Baraga was the more present danger. So he attempted to focus on a one-on-one battle with him, although Gadam wasn't careless enough to allow that. This lizard's tougher than I thought. Let's kill it together. Very well, my lord. I'll take the vanguard spot, Sir Gadam. You have the freedom to move. All right. You've got me helping you, remember, so don't screw up. Terms like chivalry or bushido weren't in Gadam's vocabulary. He recognized Gabble as a valid threat, and so he'd take every measure needed to eliminate him. Enough of this. Even together, you will realize how invincible I am. So Gabble revved himself up for what was looking to be an uphill battle. The third of Gadam's generals was proving just as resilient as her peers. Just as Baraga was perfectly fine, the lorelei that was once crushed to pieces was now fit as a fiddle. Gadora, piloting the Demon Colossus, was keeping tabs on the battlefield. This allowed him to hear Gadam's words, and they made him uneasy. Get up, he said. Who was he talking to? Just as he was thinking this, he noticed that Baraga was back in action. He hurriedly tried to alert Gabble, but before he could, he felt a chill and turned around. Standing there was a girl who had clearly undergone some alteration. Or was girl even the right term? She had the form of a girl, but her skin was a metallic reddish-black color. Nothing about her was flesh and blood. It was a rock, or to be exact, she had transformed into a piece of magisteel. It was like a polished mirror, a majestic figure that was obviously non-human. Did you merge with the lorelei? He. I sure did. You're a wise man, Lord Gadora. And quite well versed in knowledge from other worlds as well. But we've taken a different approach. I'm sure you have. And I'll show you what I've come up with shortly, so let me know what you think. Gozaline the Black Tortoise, the girl with the wicked smile on her face, gave Gadora a taunting laugh. Then she took a step forward. Gadora really wanted to avoid this. He thought he had defeated the lorelei by sheer force, but it seems that was just an act. That forced him to reconsider just how strong Gozaline was. Boy. Genetic engineering, is it? I didn't think it was much use in a world of magic, given all the mystery surrounding the nature of monsters, but quite the opposite, in fact. I'm amazed they've achieved so much in their quest to merge with monsters. He was very impressed at their ingenuity. Within the Empire's shadows, taboo genetic research birthed the merged warrior, Gozaline. Gadora realized this secret experiment created a monster surpassing Demon Lord Clayman in power. With magicals rivaling a saint and exceeding a pre-awakened Zijin, she emerged as a lethal biological threat born of inhumane curiosity. The Dragon Lords would be no match for her, to be certain. I suppose I, too, had best treat this seriously. My, what an honor to receive such high praise from you, Lord Gadora. Feel free to savor this power to the fullest. Gozaline unleashed a crushing charge, striking with such momentum that even the 30-ton Demon Colossus was blown violently off his feet. Calmly putting it back in order, Gadora shouted out loud. Purple thunder. A 1,000,000-volt bolt of violet electricity erupted from the Demon Colossus. Built more for intimidation than raw power, the flashy display worked perfectly, striking absolute terror into Gozaline's heart. Wah, wah. That's not magic. How do you control lightning without any magic? She froze in shock, definitely not because of any damage. Well, it's a secret weapon, you see. Top secret. Sir Rimura trusted me with it and that's why I will never be defeated. Despite Gozaline achieving saint-level power through a magisteel transformation, Gadora remained unfazed. Trusting in his massive Demon Colossus, he prepared to crush her cheating strength. Take this, the ultimate in magic weaponry. Demonic Buster. Gadora activated the Demon Colossus's trump card. The Demonic Buster. Linked directly to his will, the machine's chest opened, gathering atmospheric magicules into a lethal concentrate. With a thrust of his palms, he unleashed a devastating death ray, a terrifying one-shot kill, designed to erase his enemies. Tisk. The former commander of the magic division strikes again, does he? Gozaline, opting to defend instead of evading, had an expression as hard as stone. Well, here we go. Magisteel, Ultra Microwave. Merged with a lorelei, Gozaline vibrated her magisteel body to a frequency that repels magicules. As the devastating beam struck, her form dissipated the energy, securing a decisive victory. What? Hee. I have survived, and so I win. Gozaline shouted out in joy. Being a spellcaster, Gadora's offense naturally relies on magic, but Gozaline's magisteel body gave her an absolute advantage over any magic. Both were well aware of this. That was why Gadora broke out his most powerful weapon of all. If it didn't work, there was virtually no way to defeat her. Yes. I give. I never thought you would block this. Gadora, a master magician capable of overwhelming even legendary saints, finally met his match. Confronting a terrifyingly impervious foe, he realized that despite his vast skill, victory was an utter impossibility. So, realizing that the battle wasn't in his favor, Gadora wondered what to do. This must be the critical moment. I am not part of Rimura's inner circle, and I can hardly say he trusts me very much, either. If I don't show a little more backbone here, he'll never accept me as a friend to his cause. After defecting from the Empire, Gadora marveled at Rimura's boundless trust. Entrusted with elite research facilities and reunited with his friend Adalman, the mage finally found a land where he truly belonged. And what's more, with their aid, I can truly plumb the deepest depths of my magic research, my most favorite of pastimes. But if I want to live up to their expectations, I have to be of service to them here. Clinging to life, Gadora recalled his promise to Diablo. To earn his place among Rimura's elite, he had to prove his magical worth. He couldn't die here. His true journey had just begun. I am not defeated yet. The battle is just beginning, little girl. Good. Then let me carve you up with my powers. Gadora shouted, Gozaline shouted back, and the two clashed again. Defying her small stature, Gozaline's abnormal strength shoved back the Demon Colossus. Lethal tentacles erupted from her back, lunging forward to pierce the massive titan. Raw. More. Show me more blood. She was heating up, basking in the intensity. Gozaline's magisteel tentacles vibrated with lethal frequency. With a single min slash, she effortlessly severed the Demon Colossus's arms, proving her superior strength. Ugh. This precious machine, entrusted to me by Sir Rimura. A mere pile of junk before me. It would take a senile old geezer like you to rely on toys like that, wouldn't it? Your mouth. A frustrated Gadora exclaimed, but he was being nothing but a sore loser. His own body, too, had been gouged by the tentacles, puncture wounds present up and down his body. He was stained with blood all over, but Gozaline couldn't see him, so he kept up a strong front. How persistent of you. You know there's no way to reverse this now, don't you? There's nothing to be ashamed of. Even the most legendary of wizards can't win against the march of time. I have not lost it all. Such a pitiful sight. Two tentacles extending from Gozaline took the form of blades, severing the Demon Colossus's legs. Now there were no limbs at all. Submit to me. Swear your fealty, and I will spare your life. Gadora's knowledge was too extensive to lose. That was why Gozaline made the offer, but Gadora wasn't about to give the nod. You know, I've made it this far thinking mainly about myself first. I have a firm love of magic, and there is no defying that for me. So why would I ever submit to someone who makes fun of magic? Infuriated by the mockery of his craft, Gadora unleashed the forbidden magic, sacrifice. He ignited his very life force, transforming his soul into a violent, self-destructive explosion. I was hoping to gain Sir Diablo's recognition and become his apprentice, but oh well. I still have the mysterious art reincarnation on my side. I'll have to say goodbye to this world for a while, but next time, I swear I will plumb the depths of magic. If Gadora was given the choice, he would always take a victorious retreat over a deadly defeat. You dare to defy me? Then I have no use for you. Die. And you as well. A tentacle pierced the chest of the Colossus, where Gadora was located. A moment later, a dazzling flash of light gushed from it. It was a light that burned everything it touched, the flames of the elemental magic sacrifice. Well, what? This is what you were after. But Gozaline's words were swallowed by the flames of life, disappearing into space. All that remained was one small flower blooming on the ground.